What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have India bids farewell to Ratan Tata with Paki Sharma. I'm excited to jump into this. I know about Tata Industries through reaction videos and how absolutely incredible they are. So I guess we get to dive in. I guess Ratan Tata passed away, unfortunately. But let's dive into this video and look at this farewell. If you guys happen to enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to support this channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in. He got to live a long life. At least that's something that's absolutely amazing. Passing away at 87 or 86, depending on his birthday, is an absolutely beautiful thing. And what he did with his life, that will always be remembered.
What is legacy? Is it your place on a Forbes list? Is it your name on a billboard? Or maybe government honors or awards? Sure, all of it counts, but legacy is a lot more than just that. It's how people remember you after you're gone, how they talk about you, how they narrate stories about you. And that is why Ratan Tata stood out. I'm sure you've read about what happened. Mr. Tata had been hospitalized for a medical checkup this week, and then last night the news came in, Ratan Tata had passed away at the age of 86.
Wow.
What happened next rarely happens. The whole country came together. Politicians, athletes, actors, business leaders, all of them mourned Ratan Tata together.
Wow.
If you look at their messages, you will notice something. A few common words used to describe him: visionary, philanthropist, compassionate, and nationalist. It's a lot of heavy adjectives for one man, but Ratan Tata carried them with ease. Today, his last rites were held in Mumbai. The Maharashtra government had declared a day of mourning. They also ordered a state funeral for him. Just look at how many people turned up to pay their respects.
Wow.
That's the legacy I was talking about. Celebrities, politicians, ordinary citizens, all of them lined up for a final goodbye.
That just like goes to show you what kind of man he was, not just business wise. Of course, we heard the words visionary business leader, which we know that about him. Philanthropist, incredible. But you can see by the amount of people that are coming out to this funeral, or the amount of people that have talked about it, sent a message online and talked about how incredible of a person that Ratan Tata was. That's what's truly something special, and that lets you know this guy was a great man, not just business wise, but human being. He was an incredible human being, and that's what's beautiful.
It's a testament to his career, to what he did for his company and his country. So tonight we're looking at the life of India's most respected business leader, starting with his last name. Every child in India knows about Tata. It's a business conglomerate involved in just about everything. Vehicles, food, hotels, weapons, software, you name it, Tata makes it.
Facts.
The group has 30 different companies, and their principal promoter is an entity called Tata Sons. Whoever leads Tata Sons is the top boss.
Okay.
That's who Ratan Tata was. But his journey there was interesting. Ratan Tata was born in 1937. By then, the company was a giant in Indian business. When he was 10 years old, his parents separated. After that,
Wow.
young Ratan lived with his grandmother. In 1962, he graduated from America's Cornell University. His subject was architecture. Apparently, Mr. Tata was taken in by the American West Coast. He wanted to settle down in Los Angeles. But fate had other plans. His grandmother convinced Ratan Tata to return to India. Not like he walked straight into the boardroom, though. He had to prove himself first. Back then, another legendary businessman was running the company. J.R.D. Tata, a distant relative of Ratan Tata. Apparently, there was hostility. J.R.D. was not initially fond of his to-be successor.
Oh, wow.
He was posted on the shop floor of Tata Steel and shuttled between departments. Things improved as J.R.D. Tata became older. When he retired in 1991, Ratan Tata took over as chairperson.
Incredible.
And what a time it was. India was starting to open up its economy. Free market policies were being rolled out, so Ratan Tata had his work cut out. He inherited a solid group of companies, but they lacked a common vision. In 1991, Tata was like a federation of different companies. Ratan Tata went about fixing that. During this time, he also announced a major goal: a homegrown car. He set up a new engineering team to design it. He was personally involved in creating the assembly line. Thus, in 1998, the Indica was born. His car project also revealed his compassionate side. I'll narrate a story for you. Ratan Tata visited the car factory one day. He saw that workers had to bend twice to assemble a part, and that meant bending some 600 times per day.
Oof.
Do you know what he did? He ordered a robot to be brought in. He said his workers cannot be doing such back-breaking work. That was Ratan Tata, the boss. Always
Hey, looking out for his workers, looking out for his people. This man, right, went to the U.S. For his studies in architecture. Fell in love with the West Coast. Wanted to stay. His grandmother, shout out to his grandmother for convincing him to come back to India, because it was there that he may not have been, I guess, as accepted as being the successor to JRD, but when JRD passed, he was the next guy up. He saw that there were many companies under the Tata name, but they weren't under one vision, and so his leadership helped to put them under one vision. He had a vision of creating the first homegrown car, the Indica. That's absolutely amazing. And then, what did they just say? And that just goes to show you right there how much he cared about all the workers. Said to manufacture 300 cars meant bending 600 times. Didn't want his people doing this back-breaking work. Hey, get a robot in here to do this.
be doing such back-breaking work. That was Ratan Tata, the boss, always caring for his workers. By the turn of the 21st century, Ratan Tata had consolidated different Tata companies, so he eyed his next target, a foreign footprint. In the year 2000, he led the acquisition of Tetley Tea. In 2007, he bought steelmaker Chorus. And in 2008, he made his biggest splash. Tata Group bought Jaguar and Land Rover from Ford.
That's crazy.
Again, there's a story behind it. Tata's Indica was not a success at first, so Ratan Tata considered selling the auto business. Ford was keen on buying it, so Ratan Tata and his team flew out to Detroit. But the meeting went really bad. Apparently, the Ford CEO humiliated Ratan Tata. He said to him, "You don't know anything about it, so why did you start the passenger car division?" The deal never went through, but it lit a fire in Ratan Tata. He got his redemption years later. In 2008, the Great Recession had hurt Ford's business. They could not hold on to Jaguar and Land Rover. Enter Ratan Tata. He bought them off Ford for $2.3 billion. Basically, he bailed out the company that humiliated him.
Come on now. The fact that he was going over to sell you the Indica and you absolutely just spit in his face, you disrespected him. You don't know nothing about it. I don't know why you got in this business at all. Absolutely disrespectful. But, hey, Tata needed that fire lit under him. Hey, sometimes that disrespect will light a fire, will lead, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong. Years later, Ford's the one in trouble. Tata, what could Tata could have went and said? Looks like you don't know anything about it. But nope, Tata was, I'm gonna bail you out, and I'm gonna buy Jaguar. I'm gonna buy Land Rover, 2.3 billion. And after he bought that, I'm sure he definitely walked away with the last laugh. Guess I do know something about the passenger business, huh?
Of course, not all of this was seen positively. Some people questioned this acquisition spree. You see, Tata was taking loans to buy loss-making foreign companies. A lot of experts wondered why, but Ratan Tata proved them all wrong. He retired as chairman in 2012, and by then, 2/3 of Tata's revenue came from abroad. It was truly a multinational company.
That's amazing.
And that's his business legacy. He took Tata to the world, all the while keeping his feet on Indian soil. He tried to understand what the Indian consumer wanted. And that is why he made the Nano. It was supposed to be the cheapest passenger vehicle in the world, just about 1 lakh rupees for the base model. Again, his assumption was right. Indians did want a car of their own, but perhaps a bigger model would have worked better. It's business at the end of the day. You win some, you lose some. And Ratan Tata won a lot more than he lost. But outside business, he only won. Ratan Tata became synonymous with philanthropy. He wasn't one for flashy cars or palatial houses. In fact, his Mumbai house did not even have guards.
Wow.
And he did not have to learn philanthropy. It's how he was brought up. The Tatas have always emphasized on giving back to the community. Listen to what their founder, Jamsetji Tata, said. The community is not just another stakeholder in business, but is in fact the very purpose of its existence.
I love the fact that he was such a big philanthropist, and that's how he was brought up. It's incredible to have the means to give back, but it's more incredible to have the desire to give back to those, right, who are less fortunate, who don't have as much when you have an abundance. There are a lot of people in this world that are very greedy, and they have more than they need, and they want to hold it all to themselves and take more. But not Mr. Ratan Tata or any other family, it seems, because this is how he was brought up. Even going back to the founder, right? They've all had it in their hearts to give back to those who are less fortunate. And that's such a beautiful thing.
Ratan Tata lived by these words. You see, 66% of Tata Sons' equity was held by Tata Trusts. All that dividend money went straight to the trust, to charity. Under Ratan Tata's leadership, 10 cancer centers were set up in India, thousands of students got scholarships, and many universities received grants. When crisis struck, Ratan Tata was first to help. During the pandemic, Tata Trust donated $270 million to the relief effort, a huge sum for a single trust. When the 26/11 Mumbai attacks happened, Ratan Tata was personally affected. His Taj Hotel was among the targeted sites. Many of his employees and guests were killed. Ratan Tata paid lifelong salaries to the families of the slain staff, even built a memorial for them. A few years ago,
this man is beyond amazing. This man is truly a man of character. He is a man of integrity. He truly and genuinely cares about people. You can't fake that. You cannot fake genuinely caring about people. Man, that's amazing.
He made a quiet trip to Pune. No cameras, no announcement, no fanfare. Do you know why? To meet a former employee who was ill. Imagine that, an 83-year-old man, one of the richest people with the most famous surname in India, driving down to see a former employee. It tells you a lot about who this man was, what he prioritized in life, how he treated his employees, and how he saw the world. You won't find Ratan Tata in the billionaires list, but walk around the streets of India, ask about a man named Ratan Tata, the replies will tell you his real wealth, respect, and adoration.
First Post decodes the U.S. election.
And you know that. The thing is, you know he could have been on that list. But I'm sure that's not a list that he ever cared about. With him being so philanthropic. With him willing to give so much. Didn't care about being a billionaire. He cared about people. He cared that, and if he became a billionaire, he would demote himself from being a billionaire because he would be willing to give even more. such an incredible man. So there's not enough. I don't have the right vocabulary to put into words how incredible this man was, but I'm sure you guys, as the Indian people, know how special he was. And so I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. You guys talk about what you think of Mr. Ratan Tata, and everything that he did. RIP to an absolute legend. That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.